Angela would have to take me with her, and she would cut out of school or be smoking in the schoolyard, and then I would go home. Of course, I was 6 years younger than her, and I would tell my mother, Angela's smoking.
And listen, not everybody's going to agree with my decision. I can give a fuck less. You're in that position. It's you who got to face it. Then you do what you need to do.
Little Changolini, he gets to the jail and
steal cars from Maryland and take them to Delaware to a chop shop.
The inside prison in Thailand, as well as what Victor Malarek, the reporter, did to get me out of there.
And I sat down and thought about it for the longest time. Okay, but once I made up my mind, it was about survival. I need to take care of my kids and take care of my family. And when a guy's not being loyal to you, how could you be loyal to him?
Welcome to Chattin with Staxx.
Ori Spado, and I'm the accidental gangster.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got the legend, Mr. Ori Spado. What's up, Ori?
How you doing, my friend Bill?
I'm doing great, man. Things are moving along. I'm working every day hard towards my goal, and I'm finally starting to see some results.
Well, I'd like to tell everybody I was not planning on doing any interviews at all this week because I'm extremely busy, and I'm beginning Thursday. I'm beginning Stories with Ori's. I've been telling you everybody about them on my social media. So you're going to want to follow and subscribe to my YouTube station, The Accidental Gangster, to be able to get these. These are going to be live, actual stories at different places, beginning here in Hollywood, Los Angeles, and then from here we're going to Palm Springs, Las Vegas, Florida, New York, with things that I've actually done, where I collected money, how I did it, how somebody got robbed, how I arranged it, and all sorts of other different things, folks. So you're not going to want to miss it. And the reason I decided today, I happen to like Bill Staxx. As you see, Bill Staxx has got a suit on over there. He's looking dapper. And, he's turned his life around, and he's trying to do good things for people. So that's the reason I'm here with Mr. Staxx today. In addition, it happens to be a friend of mine for over 50 years. Sonny Franzese, if he were alive, would have been 106 years old today. And I just want to say, Sonny, rest in peace, my friend. And, the bush is still going on out here, but rest in peace. You're with Tina, your daughter. God bless you all, wherever you are. You're in a good place. And I just want to send my love and respect to you on this day.
Yeah, and he's with his mom, Maria, and his father, Carmine. I was talking to you earlier, and I was telling you about how they were on a trip to Italy. His parents were on a trip to Italy, and they had Sonny Franzese. And on one of them trips, and 6 months later, they came back to Greenport, Brooklyn with Sonny. And Carmine owned a bakery, and his mother, Maria, gave Sonny the nickname Sonny.
Yeah, there's a lot of history on Sonny. I was talking to Sonny up until a few days before he passed away. And I'm going to tell you something, the guy sounded great. Once he got to that hospital, he went very fast.
Do you remember some of the days back? Huh? Do you remember back when you first met Sonny?
I'd like to address that situation, and I'm happy that you brought it up. Because, somebody wrote a book out of Long Island, New York, who works for Newsday. And she was trying to interview Sonny Franzese. And she went to the nursing home several times where Sonny was at and asking him questions. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sonny used to come and say, who the hell is this broad? All right. Now, do you think Sonny's going to talk to a cop and tell a cop what really happened? No.
Nah.
So you think he's going to talk to a reporter and say what really happened? Well, this reporter ended up writing a book. And it just came to my attention about 2 weeks ago. Now, I did purchase the book. But when I receive a book, the first thing I do is I look at the back of the book for an index. If there is no index, I do not purchase the book. Now, I got my personal reasons for that there. You're writing a book about somebody and you're naming other people, you should have an index. Otherwise, basically, you're writing a book on hearsay. Well, in that book, okay, on her book, page 169. See, my first meeting with Sonny took place at Trattoria Siciliana on 2nd and 20-something in New York. With him that evening was his wife, Tina, his son, Johnny, and his daughter, Tina, all little kids. With me was Lou Perry, who made the introduction. It was the very first time. We ate dinner, family style. Now, I happen to be allergic to fish. And a fish was served. And I got violently ill. I was hanging on probably the only tree on 2nd Avenue. I'm vomiting. I was in the bathroom with diarrhea. It was bad. Now, you ask anybody that knows me, and they will tell you there's certain fishes that I'm highly allergic to, mainly because I think it's the mercury level in it. That's why when I do eat fish, but I only eat fish that comes out of the Pacific, particularly near the Hawaiian waters. Okay, it's much cleaner and had lower mercury content. But anyways, I got sick. And Sonny had 2 of his friends take me to the hospital. And his friends were Red Krabby and Johnny Irish Matera. They brought me to the hospital, I'll never forget it. After I got released, they brought me to my hotel. End of story. In the book, she writes down, the Sonny says he never liked me. You got to remember, this is over 50 years ago. She's talking to a guy that's over 100. And and you think Sonny's going to tell her that he never liked me, but he was my friend for 50 fucking years? All right. And that he had them put a sauce on my fish so I would get sick. And he had his guys bring me to the hospital because he wanted to let me live. How ridiculous is that? That's on this woman. Her name is Sandra Petty. I wanted to address that, folks.
That's what she put in the book, that Sonny put the fish in your meal.
I only had 3 people. I only had 3 people, and probably the only 3 people who bought her book. Okay. You know, she's hoping to get a movie out of it. So good luck. Right? If you want to know the true story, just like I just told it, you could pick up the book, The Accidental Gangster. It's available everywhere fine books are sold. If you want an autographed copy, you can go to my website. I'll sign it and mail it to you.
Let me grab
and
mine.
in my book, there is a letter to Sonny Franzese. Okay? And Bill's got my book there. Okay? Thank you, Bill.
So, did you talk to Sonny Franzese before any of this? Like, before you went out to dinner with him? Did you talk to him on the phone or anything like that? Or was that your first introduction with Sonny?
Well, the reason that I met Sonny is in my book, because a friend of mine was receiving death threats from somebody. And my friend Frank Russo told me I had to see Sonny Franzese about it, which I did. We whispered to each other that evening. I explained the situation to him. He said he'll look into it and get back to me. And he did. He got back to me the following week. He was calling my office. Of course, I wasn't there. He would never, in those days, Sonny never left his name or phone number. Okay. He just hung up when they say I wasn't there. I was on my way back from Florida to New York with my lady became my second wife. And we took 2 weeks for that trip. We stopped at every stop sign to make love.
Yeah.
Those were the good days.
I'm sure they were.
And when I got back, that's when we had the meeting. And then we had a meeting at the Russian Tea Room. And it's all in my book. And you can get the whole story. And you can get the true story. So if you want to believe that girl, folks, believe her. I don't really give a shit.
Did she ever reach out to you?
My relation.
Did she ever reach out to you and try to talk? No, the writer. Did she ever try to reach out?
That girl reached out to me. She did a live. She told me it was for Newsday. Okay. And she told me that it would be in Newsday. She sent the photographer here to film me right on my couch. And it was on a Sunday. And she said it was awesome. And then it was never a print article in Newsday, as she said there would be. But I try to remain friends. I try to be cordial. Look, the girl wrote a book. She's like everybody else, trying to make $1. You know what I mean? Trying to make a movie. Well, if you want to make a movie, you should be with me tomorrow. Because guess who I'm having lunch with? I'm having lunch with 3 of the best writers in Hollywood. 3 of the biggest names in Hollywood, along with my son. I'm Ori Spado, and I'm the accidental gangster.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Chatting with Staxx. So I got a bunch of stuff I got to do today. I got some meetings lined up. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch my show. That was Ori. Go get his book. Something's wrong with my browser, but anyway, go get Ori's book. Go check it out, The Accidental Gangster. And I'm gonna fucking smash this but I'll be back on later. Peace.